We won. Mr. Stark. We won, Mr. Stark.
New mask. Same task.
Welcome to the Mr. Pictures channel. The multiverse is increasingly going into immeasurable madness. Stark becoming Doom is one of the most insane things we can imagine, even more so with the appearance of several heroes together joining forces to put an end to a greater evil. But now I'm going to bring a variant story where I say that this was all predestined to happen. Since Doom's will is absolute and Doom is Stark without further ado, let's get straight to the point. Doomstark, the ruler of time. A man's destiny can be changed by a single mistake. For Tony Stark, this mistake was mess with the time machine. He was no longer just a billionaire genius. He was no longer the hero. He was the bane and rebirth of the multiverse. Now known as Dr. Doomstark, he did not seek redemption. He wanted the throne of time itself. The man who defied the gods. The sky over New York was blood red. An electrical storm was brewing as Stark Tower, now reshaped and expanded with mystical and quantum technology, pulsed with infinite energy. At the top, a throne of metal and energy. Sitting on it, Tony Stark wearing his ultimate armor, a fusion between Stark technology and the mystical powers of Victor Von Doom. His eyes glowed with pure energy. He raised a hand, and portals began to open around the world. "You guys always underestimated me," he said, his voice echoing through space-time. "Now I will show you the true meaning of power." He didn't fear Kang. He didn't fear the Watchers. He did not fear the Eternals. He was superior to everyone. Doctor Strange appeared before him, emerging from a portal. "Tony, you need to stop. You're playing with forces you can't control." Doomstark laughed, his voice reverberating like thunder. "Wrong, Stephen. I'm not kidding. I am in control." He raised his hand, and a simple gesture was enough to trap Strange in chains of quantum energy. "You were a brilliant wizard, but you always thought small. I have surpassed the concepts of time, space, and reality. I am the absolute ruler." Strange tried to free himself, but it was useless. Doomstark approached. "You know what's the matter with you heroes? You want to protect a failed system. I'm going to destroy it and rebuild it my way." And, with a snap of his fingers, Doctor Strange was thrown out of the tower, disappearing in a rip in time. Doomstark looked up to the heavens. He knew the others would come. The Eternals, Kang, the Watchers. He smiled. He was waiting for them. The challenge of the Immortals the Council of Eternals has met. Uatu the Watcher watched with concern. Tony Stark has broken all the rules of the universe. If he is not stopped, he will rewrite existence itself. Beside him, Kang laughed. "And why should I want to stop him? Stark has done what no one has ever dared. He fears nothing. I respect that." Uatu turned to him. "If Doomstark wins, there will be no one left to conquer Kang. Not even you." Kang was silent. For the first time, he realized the true danger Stark represented. Time was unraveling. The multiverse trembled under the power of a single man. But there was just one question. Could anyone really stop him? The battle of the end. The war began. Portals opened across the multiverse as armies from alternate realities advanced against Stark Tower. the Eternals, the Guardians of Time, Doctor Strange and Wong. But Doomstark was waiting for them. He descended from the heavens like a fallen god, his attire radiating absolute power. He extended his hand, and beams of destructive energy consumed hundreds of warriors within seconds. Doctor Strange appeared next to Kang. "He's too powerful!" "We need a plan!" Kang clenched his fists. "There is only one way to defeat him. We need to remove him from the throne." But before they could act, Doomstark appeared before them. "Do you guys really think you can defeat me?" He raised his hands, and time around them froze. "I am the ruler of time. There is no battle. There is no fighting. There is only my will." Doctor Strange tried to cast a spell, but Stark simply snapped his fingers and broke his magic. Kang charged at him, but Doomstark caught him by the neck. "I could kill you now, but that would be a waste." He opened a portal and threw Kang out of time, leaving him adrift in the void of the multiverse. Now there was only one thing left: the Supreme Throne. Doomstark looked up, where a cosmic portal had opened. The very concept of time was bowing before him. He smiled. "The universe belongs to me." And then he sat on the throne of infinity. The war was won. Time was under his command, and Doomstark had become the absolute sovereign. Thanos' secret, Doomstark contemplated the flow of time from his cosmic throne. He dominated everything: realities, eras, possibilities. Each timeline bent to his will, but something bothered him. A fragment of the future still remained hidden. He typed sequences into his armor and projected a quantum hologram into the air. 1,000,000 timelines branched out before him. He went through each one until he found what I feared. A single reality where Thanos triumphed. A reality where Stark would never become Doom. Doom. Stark rose from his throne, his gaze as cold as steel. "Impossible." He zoomed in on the timeline and saw yourself in that other reality. Era. Oh, Tony Stark, original. The hero. The Avenger. And in front of him, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. But what caught Doomstark's attention was the Mad Titan's smile. "Thanos, you knew." Somehow, Thanos knew that in an alternate reality, Starky was not a hero, but a tyrant god, and the worst, he prepared for it. Doomstark narrowed his eyes. "So you always knew." He couldn't allow not even Thanos' echo in time existed. It was time to meet the Mad Titan before he did the same to him. The Last Guardian. Of the multiverse Doom, Stark opened a portal to the alternate reality, but as soon as he stepped on it, he realized he wasn't alone. On the horizon of the cosmos, a silhouette formed. Irawatu, Vigia. "Tony Stark, you can't go any further." Doomstark crossed his arms. "There's nothing I can't do, Uatu. Interfering with this timeline could destroy everything." Doomstark stepped forward. "You knew, didn't you? You knew Thanos." Was waiting. Uatu remained silent. "Your mistake, Watcher, was thinking I cared about your rules." He reached out his hand and conjured a quantum energy field. More Uatu didn't move. He just looked at Doomstark with a solemn expression. "Then you've already lost." Doomstark narrowed his eyes. "What are you talking about?" Uatu pointed to the timeline behind him. Doomstark looked, and for the first time in a long time, he felt a chill. In the flow of time, a shadow was forming. It wasn't Thanos. It wasn't Kang. It was no enemy he knew. Era something new. Something that was waiting. For him, Uatu slowly shook his head. "You're not the only one who messed with time, Stark." Doomstark felt the weight of those words, and for the first time since he conquered everything, he had doubts. And now, what is this new threat? Did Thanos really know everything from the beginning? Will Doomstark be able to remain the absolute ruler? Continues, and that is our story today. Comment here. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.